Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is November 1st of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to assassinate a sitting U.S. president, one Donald J. Trump, under the guise of a medical-related event in the month of November of 2025. So, exactly what the CIA plans to execute a sitting U.S. president under the guise of is obviously not known. But Donald J. Trump will likely be found unresponsive. He will be hospitalized. He will go unconscious. He will suffer some sort of blood clot, brain aneurysm, heart attack, or stroke in the month of November of 2025, which will be subsequently scapegoated onto what he was diagnosed with in July 17th of 2025, which was venous insufficiency. So basically, for those of you that are unaware, Donald J. Trump essentially signed his death warrant by basically drafting and then having the Gaza peace plan being signed back on October 9th of 2025. So this essentially ended Donald J. Trump's life. He just doesn't know it yet, because Switzerland, who runs the CIA in Geneva, and Tel Aviv, led by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, do not want peace in the Middle East. They want this festering sore to continue until it triggers World War III. So this is contrary to their narrative that they're trying to bring about the apocalypse found in the book of Revelation in the Holy Bible. So Donald J. Trump is a dead man walking. So exactly when this event is going to happen in November of 2025 is not known, but it is going to happen. And I'm going to state emphatically for the record right now, Donald J. Trump is going to die. He's going to be assassinated, but he's going to die under the guise of a medical-related event in the month of November of 2025. It's 100% certain. It's guaranteed. And I'm going to lay out exactly how the CIA has carefully crafted this narrative. It's also 100% certain that J.D. Vance is going to be sworn in as the 48th President of the United States in the month of November of 2025. J.D. Vance has been selected. J.D. Vance is from Yale, and I believe that he is a Skull and Bones member, and he has been pre-selected to basically lead the United States in a war against Iran, which is what Netanyahu and Geneva are desperately trying to orchestrate. That is why the signing of the peace plan on October 9th for Gaza is basically has foiled this plot. So they have to remove Donald J. Trump from office. But because I published scores of reports for all sorts of variations of assassination events targeting Trump, they have gone to the medical card. So this particular narrative started back on July 17th of 2025, when Donald J. Trump was diagnosed with venous insufficiency. Essentially, he began to suffer dark bruising on his hands and swollen ankles, and this is because he is being hit by an energy weapon. And I can only say that because I have experienced this type of attack personally. So I know exactly what he's going through. So he is a healthy man, as evidenced by his physicals taken at Walter Reed Medical Military Hospital, but he is being targeted, and this is designed. They could have the bruising be inside the bone, inside the flesh, but they're choosing it to be outside because they want to show everybody that he's sick. So if he's bruising on the outside, what could be possibly going on the inside? And so he was diagnosed back on July 17th of 2025, and the 17 equates to letter Q, which is a coup. It's a coup d'etat because they're going to overthrow the Trump presidency by murdering him under the guise of some sort of medical-related event. And it's imperative to note that the medical cross is found on the flag of Switzerland because this is their bread and butter. This is how they murder people all around the world. For those of you that are unaware, basically direct energy weapons are mounted onto satellites. They are extremely powerful. They can give people instantaneous heart attacks, strokes, brain aneurysms. They can break bones. They can give people sepsis. They can do anything they want with this, and this is basically a lightsaber. This is where the lightsaber from Star Wars. That's why if you look on the Time magazine with Ronald Reagan talking about Star Wars, they're satellites with lasers, and this is what they're talking about. So essentially, this venous insufficiency and the swollen ankles and the bruising and all this is leading up to a point where the CIA is going to overthrow Trump under the guise of a medical-related event. So exactly when this is going to happen is obviously not known, but I am predicting that Donald J. Trump is going to be murdered under the guise of a venous insufficiency-related medical event on the morning of November 2nd of 2025, where Donald J. Trump will likely be found unresponsive in the bathroom at Mar-a-Lago Estate in Palm Beach, Florida. So why do I say November 2nd? Well, November 2nd marks exactly 24 days since the Gaza peace plan was signed. And so basically, as previously stated, Donald J. Trump signed his death warrant. Well, the number 24 equates to letter X, which is the international symbol of death, because Donald J. Trump's going to be murdered on this particular date. Coincidentally, the night of November 1st, which would be today, this evening, would mark exactly 107 days since Trump was diagnosed with venous insufficiency back on July 17th of 2025. So we have the number 107, which is basically the number 17, and then we have the date it was signed, or the date of diagnosis, which was the 17th of July, and then we have which equates to letter Q, which as in coup d'etat, and then coincidentally, the date of November 2nd marks 170 days since James Comey, the former director of the FBI, tweeted a photo, a meme of Trump with the number 8647 with seashells, which is indicative of Palm Beach, Florida. And then, of course, this again features the number 17 as in coup d'etat. And then coincidentally, the date of November 2nd marks 286 days since Trump began his presidency back on January 20th of 2025. And this, of course, has the number 86, which is indicative of the James Comey post. It also has the number 26, which equates to letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism, because this is the political motivation behind this impending coup d'etat to overthrow the Trump presidency. Also, coincidentally, the date of November 2nd marks exactly 28,996 days since Trump was born in Queens, New York, back on June 14th of 1946. And of course, this number also has the number 26, flanked by the number 26, which again equates to letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism. And it also has the 9669 numerology, which is indicative of the nuclear attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which confirms that it is in fact a blood sacrifice number, or what I call a kill number. So my prediction is that sometime in the month of November of 2025, Donald J. Trump will be found unresponsive. He will be hospitalized. He will be found unconscious, suffer a blood clot, a brain aneurysm, a heart attack, a stroke, or he will suffer some sort of medical-related event which forces the POTUS power to be transferred to J.D. Vance. You'll recall when Biden underwent the colonoscopy at Walter Reed Medical Center, the power was transferred to Kamala Harris. And coincidentally, the book that Kamala Harris is out on a book tour pimping right now is called 107 Days. And so this marks 107 days since the venous insufficiency diagnosis targeting Trump, which is basically how they plan to kill him. Because they can't risk another assassination event, in my opinion, at this point, because I have literally exhausted every scenario that they have over the last few years. So again, in closing, I just want to state for the record that Trump is going to be murdered in the month of November of 2025 under the guise of a medical-related emergency. In reality, Trump will be taken to a hospital or a black site, and then he will be tortured ad nauseum, and then they will claim that he died. They hate Trump more than they hate me, and they basically plan to use this to take Trump out of the public eye, kill him off publicly, and then they'll plan to torture him at some sort of black site. And this is Netanyahu. He's the one that's orchestrating it on the ground. Of course, he's getting his orders from Geneva, Switzerland. And so we see these two numbers, the venous insufficiency and the Gaza peace plan, as they snake together. Over the next month, we're going to see that these two numbers is where the CIA is going to kill him, because Trump essentially, when he went against Netanyahu and basically stuffed this Gaza peace plan down the throat of Netanyahu, he essentially signed his death warrant. And so with Israel being scapegoated for the assassination of, rightly so, of Charlie Kirk, this is basically, the CIA doesn't feel it's kosher to murder Trump any other way at this point under the guise of a medical-related event, which again is going to happen in the month of November of 2025. And again, I'll state for the record that J.D. Vance is going to be sworn in as the 48th President of the United States in the month of November of 2025 in the aftermath of a Trump medical-related emergency, subsequent hospitalization and or death. So obviously, if this comes to fruition in reality, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.